Getting some writing in. Getting some writing in. Drinking some coffee. Looking out the window. Looking at the screen. Oh. Writing down what I'm writing. Okay. My first goal is just to get to the next page. My ultimate goal is to get these 2.5 pages done of this chapter, so I can toss it back to Thomas, Mr. Duffy, if you're nasty. I also really have to write more on Down and Dirty Six. Waiting is the hardest part. According to Gainesville's own Tom Petty, it is. What's up, Nicholas? How's it going? Growing up, what did your parents call you? Did they call you Nicholas? Did they just call you Nick? Did they use profanity when talking to you? Did they use your whole name, including your middle name? Were they like Nicholas Antonio Zinn? You were like, Naz, call me Naz. Your mother was like, no. I can see it. Speaking of trouble, there's Mr. Frank. Just Nick, unless in trouble. I would imagine Frank, as a child, they use his full name all the time. Like, Franciscan Monk Edler, you get your ass in here now. Let's get the cat. Brewers lost yesterday. Yep, season's over. What more do you have to play for? You know what? It was a nice run. Maybe they'll start up another. Maybe they'll win another dozen or 12, 15, 19 games. Watched the Red Sox game yesterday. You're against the Marlins. You're supposed to win that game easily. They did not. But then, as a bonus, after the Marlins game on FanDuel Network, they played the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp game live. I was like, cool. Looked like there's about 50 people in the stadium yesterday. It was so freaking hot. So I got to watch and I got to watch them come back and win. So I mean, there was that. It's the point of the season now where I'm like, okay, I need this team to beat this team. Okay, I need this team to beat this team. Okay, whoever's playing the Yankees has to win. The Red Sox have to win. They were playing the Norfolk, I believe. They're playing the Orioles AAA team. It was interesting because we've only been to one game this year in Jacksonville, so it was cool to watch them on the television. I've never been to the Norfolk. Yeah, say it like that, Norfolk Field. That is strange. My wife had her company was buying property up in that area, and so she was going to. Then she was like, "Well, I'm gonna have to travel up there so I can see Lucille, who lives up there, and I can go to a baseball game. You can come with me." But then, I think that deal fell through. I love triple Oreos. I don't think I've ever had a triple Oreo. Double stuffs are fucking outrageous. They have a wine race instead of brats like in Milwaukee. A wine race. Okay. All right. Whatever. I'm guessing there's a lizard on a window or a screen or something because the cats are going nuts. Still eating leftovers? Technically. Technically. On Friday night. Friday night? I don't know, one of these nights. Maybe Wednesday night. Maybe Monday night. I don't know. I know we did one night where we did nachos with all the leftovers from Taco Bar. I know two lunches I made of the leftover tuna and all of the leftover bread. We also had my wife ate the chili that was left over from the potato bar. We had that. There was I don't know what else. But then whatever night it was, I think Friday night, I was like, you know what, we Friday we cleaned the kitchen. Like I always do the dishes, but my wife like did the counters and everything. I'm like, what do we have for dinner? And she's like, I don't want to make anything because I literally just cleaned this kitchen. I was like, Chinese food it is. So we ordered a shit ton of Chinese food Friday night. She got the lemon chicken and something else, and I got the fried dumplings, which I ate, egg foo young, which I ate, an egg roll, which I ate, but then I saved the other stuff. So Saturday for lunch, and then Sunday, no, Saturday for dinner and Sunday for lunch, I ate the rest of the Chinese food, which was lo mein, house fried rice, the rest of her lemon chicken, something else. Delicious. Just friggin' delicious. Miss Frank says, I'm toasting up an English muffin, then I'm going to smear soft cream cheese on it and top it with my first ripe jalapeno from the garden. I was good up to the jalapeno part. Miss Tom left the attic since last Sunday. Doubtful. It's okay, you can tell me how I'm living large because I am. I mean, that is living large. That's crazy. Sean Cole in the house. Chad Hoey and Sean Cole. See, I told you they weren't just the same person. Told you there was three of them. My wife bought the other night. I made Maine lobster ravioli, which are delicious. Expensive, but I'm worth it. Yeah, you would have lost that bet, is right. And then today I had like some fancy ravioli she bought. It was like truffle, regatta, truffle, Asiago, something or other. I don't know. I had those for lunch. I had those for lunch today, and I am burping them back up like you would not believe. Oh my god, the awful aftertaste of that is just not good. They were good though. I mean, they were good. A lot of the stuff for her birthday and for MondoCon we've tossed in the garbage by now. She's like, "Are you gonna eat this? No. Are you gonna eat? No. Now that we're here and talking about eating decadent food, can we talk to the Biggest Loser doc? Did you finish it? Did you finish it?" We just watched it immediately that night because that's how we roll. If you finished it, let's talk. You know what? As my kid used to say, my son would drive me nuts. He would say, "Real talk," and I'd say, "Stop saying that." It was good. There's nothing spectacular. I think the key takeaway is Bob Harper, the most in shape person, had the biggest health scare. That's what working out gets you. That's what I said. That's immediately what I said to Shelly. Oh, let's all work out. Let's eat right so we can have a friggin' heart attack. Guess what? I'm 55. I eat like garbage. I walk to the kitchen for a cup of coffee. I've never had a heart attack. Although I might start having one if I keep yelling. I also like how what's her name? The other one, the lesbian chick, who yelled in everybody's face. I like how everybody basically just like hated her, and even I believe I watched the first four seasons of that, and started the fifth when they had changed over to that blonde chick that used to be fat and looked better when she was fat. But then I stopped watching for whatever reason, and yeah, nobody liked her. Everybody couldn't fucking stand her. There was no big surprises in any of that. You know what I mean? There was nothing in there that was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Or like all the people who sued them and stuff. I'm like, you knew exactly what you were getting into. You wanted to be famous, and then when you got kicked off the show and you weren't famous, Bob Harper might be. You think? I don't think so. Well, I think that was it. He's gay and she was gay, so there was no chance of the fitness trainers doing things together in a sexual manner. I'm going to tell you my biggest takeaway from the whole thing was, why does Bob Harper have all of those tattoos all over his hands now? It's just a weird look. I don't know. I just not a big fan of that. Well, I thought it was good. So I went through all of the shark docs that I had taped. I think there was 11 of them that I had not watched yet. Three of them I started. I got like till the first break, 12 minutes into it, whatever it is. Like, this is stupid. I don't care that you're gonna want to fight the who's the scariest shark or some bullshit. I don't care. Delete. Like, oh, this is just something that was on last year that I already saw. Delete. Oh, this is dumb. Delete. I ended up getting rid of all 11 of them yesterday. I think I watched a total of maybe an hour total. Jillian Michaels brings her bedroom energy to the gym. Yes, she does. I remember the episode where I think it was probably season 1 or season 2, where she started to cry and showed one of the contestants back when she was fat, back in her late teens. And I remember back then thinking, oh, she looks like Courtney Cox on Friends when they would put the fat suit on her from when she was younger. I watched the Pee Wee doc on Max, also worth the watch if you have the means. I don't have the means, and I do not watch the Pee Wee thing. We tried to watch Poker Face. It's on Peacock, and it says we have Peacock. We get free with Xfinity. But what you get is like 3 shows total with Xfinity. And if you actually want to watch any of their actual shows, you have to pay for it. So it's like, well, I guess we're not going to watch this until it comes on something else. I still haven't got through season 2, but it's awesome. Everybody says it's really good. My daughter was talking about it again. I think Tom has mentioned it. Everybody's mentioned it. I'm like, you know what? I want to see it. There's a new movie, thriller movie based on a book that I've read the book years ago. Forget the name of it, on Netflix that just came out. Probably try to watch that tonight. They got a lot of good thriller things on Netflix right now, so I'll probably watch through those. But then, like, the new season of Expedition X starts on Wednesday, I believe. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Netflix looks like they're putting out something to compete with Only Murders in the Building. I don't want to watch it. I'm gonna tell you what. It's the Martin Short, Steve Martin, the Chipmunk lady girl. I hate Martin Short. I can't fucking stand that guy. He is not funny, and now he just likes an old, unfunny person. I will not be watching that. You're not going to watch Clown and a Carbon? No, I will definitely not watch that. I did enjoy Alien Earth. I'm looking forward to the 3rd episode of that coming this week at some point. That'll be good. Alien Earth was great. Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. I hope it doesn't stop being great. Last night, by the time my wife got home, I was like, well, we could put a couple of quick things on. Let's watch the Contraband show and a couple other, I love those border ones. Do they land on Skinwalker Ranch? Not until season 2. Once I get the renewal. I'm also looking forward to the Mayor of Kingstown. I think it's coming in October. I'm looking forward to the 4th season of that, I believe. I like how I like how you call him Tim. Tim Oliphant looks like Rutger Hauer from Blade Runner. Yeah. Yeah, that is a weird. First when I saw him, I'm like, well, that's a weird, odd look for you. I was a big fan of the beginning when they come out of the pods and they're sitting around having, um, lunch or breakfast or whatever, and we start to see the different crew members. Because then I'm like, okay, so we're just basically this is just going to be fucking Alien, and then they're going to crash on Earth or land on Earth, and then creatures are going to escape. But then I'm like, no, not at all. So I like that. I guess the main chick, the Wendy chick, is from something else. Everybody's raving about her character or something. I was like, nah. Even with that look, he could still be playing Raylan or any other of his characters. That is true also. Man, I hope he plays Raylan again. I guess the Fallout second season is also getting ready to come out too. Lots of good stuff coming out. Did BK put out a Sunday newsletter and I missed it? Huh, I don't know. I don't remember one. So it was either who cares or he didn't put it out. I'm sure he's got a big, big reason for it. Huge reason. He's probably saving the world somewhere. His acting seems to be mostly staring intently at people and then saying something angrily yet quiet. Yeah. He is he's listen, here's the thing. He's definitely has to be one of the three different non-human things because if he's not, he's playing it really, really well. When he comes upon an alien queen, he's going to turn to Wendy and talk about how they used to dig coal together. Yes. Sean says to Tom, that's basically how I interact with most people in real life. Don't knock it. Ugh, that ravioli's coming back. Now I'm adding chocolate chip coffee to it. Probably not good. I've not done the mushroom coffee though in a while. There's Chad Lutsky. Chad Lutsky, who I mentioned in my C.W. Blackwell interview, which comes out Sunday the 24th. Better watch it. Son of we talk shit about you. I didn't realize that C.W. Blackwell wants to beat you up and beat you hard, like kill you within an inch of your life kind of thing. BK is too busy with the massively successful new anthology coming out tomorrow to write a newsletter. Yeah, I would imagine that's going to be the excuse. Trying to set all that up. All right. Got to the second page. Next page, Nixon. Next page. So that was my goal. My goal was just to get to the next page. Now my other goal is to get to the next page and finish this chapter for Tom. How are you handling Terrence Stamp's death? I just have two questions. Who the fuck is Terrence Stamp? And is he related to the writer John Stamp? Those are my only two questions. Mrs. Stamp's husband? Maybe. I mean, if he was married. Who the hell is Terrence Stamp? I guarantee I know who he is. An actor who played General Zod. Oh, okay. You now kneel before Zod! I used to yell that all the time when I was a kid to my brother. He never knelt. Has he done anything else since, what was that, 1982? He played Chooch on Happy Days. I used to love Happy Days as a kid. Loved it. I'll tell you who I did not like. Potsy and Ralph Mouth. Even back then. Even as a kid, I was like, I don't like these characters. They're stupid. Had to Google him. I recognize him as being a character actor in a lot of stuff. Now I got to do this. Thanks. Thanks, Nick. I'm going to guess I only know him from General Zod. Yeah, I know who that is. Oh, he was born in Stepney, London. What the fuck is that? Superman, 1980. I was 10 years old when that came out. So a lot of movies I've never seen. Apparently he was in Young Guns. Vaguely remember it. Nope, I've heard of some of these movies. Apparently he was in a lot of Superman movies. No. Yeah, I've heard of most of these movies, but I've never seen most of these movies. Apparently he was in The Crow, or as they call it, Crow. And he was in The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Never saw it. In the early 1960s, Julie Christie dated actor Terrence Stamp. I don't know who that is. There you go. He played a soda jerk on Days of Our Lives. Soda jerk number 1 or 2. Yeah, that's the Limey. Good movie. Never saw it. He played Glowless. The fuck are you doing? Glowless John Watterson, Field of Dreams. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who Glowless is. So to answer your question, I'm handling it. I'm handling it fine, Nick. Handling it fine. Mr. Frank, I wonder if you mash keys, see what happens. That's what it seems like, right? It's like he's typing, he's not even looking, he's just like this, right? And then he just hits send. And then he's like, oh, I wonder what I just wrote. He played Walton Goggins' love interest in season 6 of Fraggle Rock. You know what? That's important. That's important. Why don't you lead with that? General Zod's all right, but Fraggle Rock, Walton Goggins. Stop! Fucking cat always tries to get into the cabinets. What the fuck are you gonna do in there? If you actually open it, what are you gonna do? He was docked 6 of 10, 9 that would recommend Crest toothpaste over the leading brand. Yeah, pretty much. Because you know what? You know what the cat's not doing? She ain't stopping. It's annoying. The younger cat, her thing lately, literally every day, is let me eat this food as quickly as I can and then throw it up somewhere under a table so that you can't get to it easily. Like, I'm going to stop feeding you. I only commend once. If you make me recommend, I'm out. Yeah. Is your cat a pageant contestant? No. My cat is an asshole. The other cat, older, Mary, she sits in the. I got a hammock in my window under my desk, so she sits in it all day when the sun's in the front of the house. When he goes to the back of the house, then she sits in our uh, bedroom hammock. But this morning she's in here and she's just whining. She don't make a sound. The other one won't shut the fuck up. And she's at my feet whining and whining. I'm like, what's the problem? Go in the window. And I realize the hammock has unzipped. So then I had to open the window, pull the hammock out, zip it, jam it back in. Oh, what a nightmare. No, not a banana hammock. We have one in this window, one in the front dining room window, a hammock in our bedroom, and a hammock in the kitchenette. 4 of these friggin' hammocks. I watched a rat episode of Guitar Meets Science. That took forever. Mostly who sued who and who played under the name via mid 2010s. I have not seen that one yet. Wait, is it a long one? Some of them I'm like, I don't want to sit here for 27 minutes. It just seems like a lot of time to watch. 40 minutes! 40 minutes, 38 minutes of who sued who. How many different bands were named Rat at that time? I system the poison one. The fuck does that mean? He said something about a crack pipe ending it all, so I punched out. That's more Rat. That's about 30 more minutes of Rat than is ever needed. I was never a huge fan of theirs. I did enjoy some of the Warren DeMartini guitar solos, but You're in Love, great opening guitar part, but not anything great. Rat is more rad than needed. I have to agree with that sentiment. Ratward said become the biggest band on the LA Strip until Warren DeMartini flipped the table. Rat is playing at Ferg Sports Bar and Grill October 17th in St. Petersburg in case you wanted to go. That seems very sketchy. Very sketchy. I think Wasp was about as hair metal as it got back in the day. No wait, Ozzy's Ultimate Sin era. I tried so hard to like. That's as hair metal as I got. That's when Ozzy looked like the fifth Golden Girl. Yep. Very much so. And clicking on the ticket site, it's not Rat, but Piercy DiMartini performing the music of Rat. Starting at $50 for general admission. Are you nuts? Who is that hilarious guy from Rat who dances like a white dude while playing bass? He's outrageously hilarious, and I love it. Zero self-awareness. That would be Juan Crouchier. Crouchier. I wonder why he's not in Rat anymore. It's funny, all those guys for like a good last 15 years, they've all just intermingled. Like Paul Shortino from holy shit, was the band? Like Rough Cut. He was also the singer in Quiet Riot. He was also the singer in Rat. He's also the singer, I believe, in Salty Dog or one of those shitty bands. It's just funny. They're like all these guys. Okay, I gotta play a gig. Let me go with these 7 guys, and we'll just call it whatever this band was. The Sea Hags. Oh, also awful. The Sea Hags were awful. Salty Dog, that singer was just god awful. But that was that 4th and 5th generation of hair metal bands. Imagine being a hair band and getting your big break at the beginning of '91. Exactly. What's worse is the Sea Hags are angry. I see what you did there. What would be worse is if you were like one of the bands that have been doing it for like 8 or 9 years. Like imagine you were like the one of like say 3 bands from the Sunset Strip from like '83 that was not signed, and then you finally get it signed in like '91, and then it's too late. Kick Tracy, yeah, 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 and it was that again that 4th generation of shitty bands that was getting signed in '91 and not going anywhere. You may not have heard, but Nirvana came out, and then yeah, Bang Tango. I don't care what anyone says. Smooth Up in Ya is a banger. Or as Chuck Buddha says, Smooth Opinion. When that song came out, he thought on the radio, he thought it was Smooth Opinion. The Bullet Boys one, they did not. That wasn't too long, but they didn't bring up his whatever he has, like 7 kids. He owes child support to. He keeps getting arrested. They forgot to mention that part. I guess AI couldn't find that for him. That accept song, Up to the Limit, sounds like I'd chew the liver. So we always sang it like that. I can see that. All right, let me get this page done here. Nice. Waiting for the Hanoi Rocks episode. Can't wait to hear what they've been up to. They're actually Michael Monroe is still touring and still releasing albums. And the bass player, once Razzle was killed, the bass player has been still in Jet Boy. He joined Jet Boy. Nordic Fenner 85. Welcome in. Welcome in. With a name like that, it does not seem like you live in Cleveland. Or you do live in Cleveland and you hate Cleveland. You're like, let me come up with this other cooler name. Come on, spell. No, I'm from the north part of Sweden. That was my next guess. Cleveland, Ohio, or Sweden. Well, welcome in. Are you a writer? I do love me some Nordic noir thrillers, both the TV shows and books. I'm an author. Yes, very cool. What do you write? Are you one of those people writing Nordic thrillers over there? And you have some crazy Swedish name I can't pronounce. Somebody asked me one not too long ago. They're like, "What in person? What? Oh, you like Nordic thrillers? Yeah. Well, what authors?" And I'm like, I can't pronounce any of their names. And then I just did the Swedish chef thing. I said, "Dirska, Durska, Burska, Durska," and they're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I read them." If that was offensive, I apologize. I don't I don't actually speak Swedish. Do love those meatballs though. God, I love the Swedish meatballs. Thank your people for IKEA. I'm writing a private investigator crime thriller, co-written with Tom Duffy. Trying to finish this chapter so I can give it back to Tom. I want to remind everybody to subscribe or resubscribe here on Twitch, and also to follow me on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on the YouTube. I write international psychological horror with cryptid lore and military conspiracy elements. My stories are dark, brutal, and uncompromising with no filters, no mercy, and no plot armor. Well, that sounds interesting. What is your... Do you have published books? And give me Um, give me a what do you call it? Give me the title of one of your books and your name you write under. Oh, I will allow you to spam the group, which I normally don't do, but that seems interesting. Europe was from Sweden, as I learned from the series. Europe is a group of countries. What are you talking about, Nick? Oh, the band, yeah, yeah. This might be John Norum we're talking to. In the Shadows with Bjorn Hogdahl. It's on Amazon. I know I butchered your name, but I'm gonna write that shit down. I ran out of them, Tom, or I would have done more. Bjorn Hogdahl. In the Shadows. All right. Working on the second book in the trilogy. Very cool. I will definitely check that out. I would imagine they're in English. Do you write in English, or do you write in Swedish and then it gets translated? Yes. Yes, I'm guessing you answered they're written in English. Very cool. Well, thank you for popping in. I like the translated ones too, but sometimes they don't translate 100% accurately. I like Swedish fish. In Sweden, you know what they call those, Frank? Fish. They just call them fish. You know what they call Swedish fish in Cleveland? Uh, Candy they give you while you're in jail. If you ever have a problem making toilet, just eat yourself a traditional Swedish breakfast. Swedish breakfast is a mushroom coffee of international cuisine. I would imagine you have to have a, what do you call it for it? Other publisher compromised my manuscript once. Once. When's the last time you saw Johnny Dangerously? You know? It feels like I've had mushroom coffee. I think it's those ravioli, the truffle ravioli coming back on me. I usually watch that once a year. I wish that was true. I won't let anyone compromise my menus. You know what? You can't, Tom. They won't take it here in Sweden. It breaks all the rules of content that they have here. Ooh. Thanks for joining us. I hope you join us again. Tomorrow, I will be interviewing the great, phenomenal author William Boyle at noon for my YouTube series of thriller author interviews. And then I will probably, if it will let me, I will be on YouTube Live about 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get some writing in. I will be back here on Twitch Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Breaking Swedish Content Laws was my nickname in high school. Oh, Frank. But everybody, thank you for joining me. Tom, I only got this much left of this chapter, so once I go to the bathroom, I will finish it up, message you, let you know, and then that'll be it. Fun to meet you as well. Hold on 1 second here before we do anything. That is the fun of it. And my Swedish friend, I am now following you, as you have followed me. Breaking news. What's the breaking news? Hopefully I will see you on, and I will jump in and get some writing in while you are on. I need to do that more. I also need to sneeze. Hoo. Hoo-ah. All right, I'll talk to everybody. I'll see everybody tomorrow on YouTube Live, and I'll see everybody back here on Wednesday. Was that a fart or a chair squeak? That was a chair squeak. You'll know when it's a fart. You'll smell it. Bye, Nick.